Oh, what's up, Aztecs? Welcome to Stoking the Fire with your favorite opinion writers, Tony.
And Marissa?
And we're here to talk about the new Yes Means Yes bill, which just passed for all UCs and CSUs. So it's State Bill 967, which is the affirmative consent bill, which means that in terms of a sexual relationship, both parties need to assure an affirmative, conscious, and voluntary agreement to engage in sexual activity. And this entails responsibility on both ends to ensure that the other person has a sexual consent and that they give their consent also. And it acknowledges that the lack of protest or resistance does not mean consent, and that silence does not constitute consent also. And it also acknowledges that relationships, dating relationships, do not constitute as sexual consent. So, now, hands down, I'm all for this bill. So let me explain to you why. So I feel like the bill kind of acknowledges both partners, not limited to a female perspective. So it acknowledges that males get sexually assaulted too. So it acknowledges that both partners, no matter of their gender, should bring out their consent. And I think it also acknowledges the complicated nature of sexual assault, in which most sexual assaults today happen in intimate relationships. So there's a statistic out there that says 51% of female victims were assaulted by intimate partners, and 1 out of 10 people were assaulted by an intimate partner either. Also, so I think it acknowledges its complicated nature by stating that relationships do not constitute as a consent. And also another important thing I think it addresses is that both partners need to be conscious without the influence of drugs or alcohol, or else it doesn't constitute as consent, which I think is a big factor in a lot of sexual assault cases. But what do you feel? Do you think it hits the issue, or do you think it misses it?
I think you brought up some really great points, Tony, but the Yes Means Yes bill is a great idea, but ultimately it's a pipe dream. It really is just no means no in reverse. Mm-hmm. So what makes you think that yes means yes is going to be any different from that? It's a positive spin on things, but overall I don't think it's going to work, and here's why. No is human instinct that sexually this is where things are going to end. But with yes, it leaves more open segues that people can interpret wrong. So, for example, if you say yes to one thing, it gives this idea that you're saying yes to all sexual activity at that moment. But when you want things to stop, you're going to say no. So we're going back to no means no again. So I don't know why we're having this weird yes means yes middleman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it seems almost like when you allow for someone to say yes, it's like a checkpoint on a checkpoint on a checkpoint.
But when you can eliminate all that with just saying no.
Yeah, and I think there's an interesting question. It's also a question of, ideally, what do we want the bill to be about, and realistically, what happens? Because I feel like realistically, assuming that both partners are going to be rational isn't just really the case most of the time. But why do you think that this kind of bill doesn't hit the issue?
Right, I think it's because it gives this idea that every single sexual encounter is going to be yes, yes, yes. If you've ever been in a sexual situation, you know that there's this silent agreement between the two people, and when you want something to stop, you go back to saying no. So yes means yes is a weird middleman for me. I don't see what the point is when at the end of the day, we're always going to go back to saying no.
I can feel it. So what do you think? Do you think that no means no or yes means yes? And do you think it targets the issue or kind of misses it? So, all right, we'll see you next week on Stoking the Fire.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.